Hello everyone, welcome to Exemplar Physics. You all know that CBSE Central Board of Secondary Education conducts board examination for classes 10th and 12th every year. For this academic year 2020-2021, the board has released sample papers of all subjects for the two classes. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the science paper of class 10th. So, the examination which you are going to write is science, called science theory, and the subject code for the examination is 086. The maximum marks for the examination is 80 marks, and the total time allotted to write the exam is 3 hours. That means you have to write 80 marks questions for 3 marks. According to sample paper, there were total 36 questions asked. And these 36 questions has been divided into 4 sections. These 36 questions are divided into 4 sections, namely section A, section B, section C and section D. Let us discuss each section separately, and let us start our discussion with section A. Section A consists of 20 questions, that is from question number 1 to question number 20. Out of this 20 questions, question number 1 to question number 16, the questions are going to be the following type. Number 1, very short answer type. Very short answer type questions. And each question carrying 1 mark. Each question carries 1 mark. So you have to answer each question either in 1 word or maximum 1 sentence. So I request all the students not to waste your time in explaining too much in the very short answer type questions. So you will be getting 1 mark for each question and you have to answer in 1 word. If there is any question which can't be answered in 1 word, then go for one sentence. Please do not write or explain any concept here. You need to write the answer directly. The other type of questions are going to ask in this batch is MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions will have 4 options and you have to choose 1 option, the best answer out of the 4. You have to choose the best answer out of the 4, and each question will consist of 1 mark. So 1 mark for every correct answer, you will be awarded 1 mark for the MCQs also. And the third type question which is being asked is assertion and reason type questions. Assertion and reason type questions. For those who don't know what are assertion and reason type, I'll just explain in a short way. So in assertion reason, 2 statements will be given to you. The statement 1 will be called as assertion, and this will consist of some declaration or some rule. For example, if let's say assertion is given as the color of sky is blue. the color of sky is blue. So this is one statement. So in assertion, one statement would be given to you. In reason, okay, another statement would be given to you. Another statement would be given to you related to this or may not be related to assertion. So let's say the second statement is the blue color of the sky is due to scattering of light. The blue color of sky is due to scattering of light. So I am just giving an example for you to understand what is assertion and reason type. In assertion and reason, both two statements are given. So this is our statement 1, statement 2. Statement 2, in which it is written as statement 2, is called reason. That could be related to assertion or may not be. Now you have to analyze. Assertion and reason both, and you have to mark one of the options given. So what are the options given for assertion and reason type? First option, option A, both assertion and reason. I am writing A for assertion, R for reason. Both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is correct explanation for assertion. So this is going to be your first option, option A. Both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is correct explanation for assertion. The second option is going to be option B. Both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is not correct explanation for assertion. That's it. That is your option B. Next, option C is going to be assertion is correct, reason is wrong or false, and option D, assertion is false or wrong or incorrect, reason is correct. So these are the four options which would be given to you in assertion and reason type. Let me make it a box for you. So this is what happens in assertion and reason type questions. So two statements will be given. One will be called as assertion, the other one will be called as reason. You have to read both statements, and then you have to analyze whether they are related to one another or not. And this reason, the statement which is under reason, does it explain the assertion if both are correct or not? That you have to analyze. One good thing of this assertion and reason type is, if you see the options, if you see and read the options, you will find that at least any one of them has to be correct. Just keep that in mind. That may be helpful to you while solving the questions. So read the assertion, now then read the reason, and then analyze whether both are correct or not. And if both are correct, you should also have to understand and analyze whether the reason explains the statement in assertion or not. And you have to mark any one of the option A out of A, B, and C and D. So this also consists of 1 mark each. So these are the type of questions which are going to be asked from question number 1 to 16. Now you see that all are 1 mark questions. So question number 1 to 16 all are 1 mark question. Then comes the question number 17, 18, 19 and 24 questions. 17, 18, 19 and 20. So let's discuss about 17, 18, 19 and 20. So in question number 17, question number 18, question number 19 and question number 20. Just one thing, there will be some internal choices given in very short answer type. Okay, some internal, suppose fifth question is there. Fifth question may consist of one question or and another question. So you can choose any one in the fifth question. I'm just giving it as an example. Now let's come to these questions. Question number 17, 18, 19, 20. So in question number 17, 18, 19 and 20, you'll be given paragraph. Each question will consist of paragraph. That paragraph could be from any chapter, from either from biology, physics, chemistry, any chapter. It could, the paragraph could come from any chapter or related to the chapter. Okay, and these 4 paragraph questions are not comprehensive type. You'll understand that they are not actually comprehensive type. You have to use your understanding of the paragraph also. So each question will consist of, each question will consist of 5 sub questions. 5 sub questions. That, and you have to answer any 4. Answer any 4 out of 5. So those 4 questions which you know the best, please answer them. Don't go for answering all the questions. 4 answers which you know the best, you answer them. So what I mean to say is, question number 17. In question number 17, there will be 5 sub questions. Okay, and out of the 5 sub questions, you have to answer any 4. Similarly for question number 18. So question number 18 will be written like this. Question number 18. Some paragraph will be there. Paragraph may be related to physics, chemistry, biology. Under the paragraph may be given, maybe diagram will be given. Under this diagram, paragraph, what will be given? 5 questions. 18.1, 18.2, 18.3, 18.4, 18.5. So similarly for question number 19 also and question number 20 also. And all the 5 questions, all these 5 questions are going to be multiple choice questions. That means you will be given 4 options for each question. You will be given 4 options for each question and you have to select the best answer. You have to select the best answer of the 4 options given. So question number 20 will have 5 sub questions, out of which you have to answer how many? 4 questions you have to answer, and all the 5 questions are going to be MCQ type. All the 4 are going to be MCQ type. Okay, the questions answer, those questions I'm making a separate video for solving the questions asked in the sample paper. I'll release it later. But when you see the paragraph, you'll understand that they are not just comprehension type. Rather, you have to understand them. Also, you have to know some basics of the concept. Then only you will be able to solve the questions. So this is for the section A. Section A consists of total 20 questions, out of which question 1 to question 16 could be very short answer type, MCQs, assertion and reason type. After that, then starts question number 17, 18, 19, 20, in which each question will have 5 sub questions, out of which you have to answer 4, and each sub question will carry 1 mark. So question number 17 carries how many marks? 4 marks. Question number 18, 4 marks. Question number 19, 4 marks. Question number 20, 4 marks. So each question will carry 4 marks. Okay, each subsection will carry 1 mark. Each question will carry 4 marks. So if you see there, question 1 to question 16, the total 16 marks. question 1 to question 16, total 16 marks, and these 4 questions which are going to be of 4 each, total 16 marks. So total marks for section A is going to be 32 marks. So section A carries 32 marks. Section A carries 32 marks. So let me write here, section A carries 32 marks, maximum of all. So this is for section A. Now let's discuss what is in section B. If you have any doubt, please write it in the comment section. I'll just clarify your doubt. So section A consists of how many questions? 20 questions. How many marks? 32 marks. Now come to section B. Section B. Section B consists of short answer type questions. Section B consists of short answer type questions. These questions you have to answer within 30 to 50 words. 30 to 50 words. So please be brief in your explanations. You have to answer it in 30 to 50 words. So these questions are going to be from question number 21 to question number 26. Question number 21 to question number 26. Total 6 questions. And each question carries 2 marks. Each question carries 2 marks. So total 6 into 2, 12 marks. So section B carries 12 marks. So let me write this here. Let me make a table here. Okay, that would be clear. So I'll write here section and questions marks. So section A consists of 20 questions, marks 32 marks. Section B consists of 6 questions, marks 12 marks. So section B consists of 12 marks, 6 questions. Now let's come to section C. Section C. Section C is also short answer type, but you have to answer within 80 to 120 words. Section C, you have to answer 50 to 80 words. You have to answer 50 to 80 words. Okay, 80 words, 50 to 80 words. Just while reading the 3 marks question or 2 marks question, just see there whether only one question is been asked or more than one question has been asked. Just be specific to each question. Be specific to each question. So section C consists of 50 to 80 marks, 80 words, and consists of how many questions? Question number 27 to question number 33. Question number 27 to question number 33. So total 6 questions. Total 6 questions and 3 marks each. 3 marks each. So total marks equal to 6 into 3 is equal to 18 marks. 6 into 3, 18 marks. So section C consists of 6 questions. Total 18 marks. Total 18 marks. Okay. So next section D. Section D Section D has long answer type questions which you have to answer from 80 to 110 words or 120 words. From 80 to 120 words. Long answer type. So the questions which you are going to have is question number 34 to question number 36. Total 3 questions. So 3 questions, 5 marks each. 3 questions, 5 marks each. So total marks is equal to 3 into 5, 15 marks. Total marks 3 into 5, 15 marks. I think section C has 7 questions, 27 to 33, 7 questions. There are 7 questions. So total marks how much? 21. Total marks 21. Okay. So total marks for section C is 21. And section D, how many questions are there? 3 questions and total marks 15. So total number of questions, let's see, let's tally it. How much is this? 6, 6, 12. 12 plus 3, I have to change this, right? 7 questions. So 6 plus 7, 13, 16, 36 questions. How much is total? 4, 5, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80 marks. Yes, tallied. Now it's correct. Okay, so this is your question paper, and just some tips for the students. Please read the question paper at least twice. Time for reading question paper will be given to you. So please read the question paper at least twice. And when you are answering these questions, question number section B, section C, section D, just read them word by word, okay, and underline how many questions are there. Suppose 3 marks question is there. 3 marks question doesn't mean that 1 question will be asked. In 3 marks question, it doesn't mean that 1 mark question will be asked. Maybe 1 mark question, 1 mark, maybe 3 questions of 1 mark may be asked. Okay, I'm talking about section C, section B, section D. Section C, you are seeing here each question carries 3 marks. That doesn't mean that only 1 question will be asked. He may ask 3 questions of 1 mark each, or he may ask 2 questions, 1 2 mark and 1 1 mark. Anyway he can ask. So what I suggest is, when you are reading it, please underline how many questions are there, what are the things you have to answer about, and you please be specific as possible. So you'll have more chance of getting better marks. If you miss reading any question, then what would happen? You will lose, you will not answer it, and you will lose marks. So your total marks will decrease. So I suggest, while solving these section B, section C and section D, please read, and when you are reading, just underline each question. Okay, underline each question. How many questions you have to answer? Suppose 2 marks question is there. Maybe he wants he asked 2 things in each question. He asked 2 things. What are the 2 things? Please underline them and answer them. Neatly represent your paper. Okay, just have a margin on the left side. In the margin, please clearly write like each question and each subsection. First of all, you have to write your section on the above. You have to write your section in the above while you are answering. Suppose you are answering section B, so write section B here, and please mention each question on the other side of the margin. Suppose you are answering say in section B question number 22, so please clearly write, be clear, question number 22. this side of the margin. Suppose 23 has 3 parts, 23A, 23B, 23C. Please mention it very clearly, be as clear as possible. You have to mention them in the margin so that the examiner would not miss correcting them. So 23 question suppose has three parts, so write it as 23B, 23C. so each question be clearly you write. After completing the question, just make a line which indicates that the question has been complete with a pencil. Okay, use pencil scale and represent your paper very neatly. Write as short as possible. Okay, don't write too much theory there. Write according to the question asked. So we will be discussing the questions asked in physics in the next video, and in that I'll tell how to write, how much to write in each section. So if you like the video, please share it with your all friends and tell them about it. We'll meet in the next video. Bye.